What is that word? Oh my god, it begins with a G. It begins with a G. It's in a book. It's in a book. Your eyes do not deceive you, and it is me. I am back here again. She can't stay away, kids. Get her off. Get her. Disclaimer: the lighting's gonna go mad. Basically, I've got a ring light, but she broke the stand, kids, a long time ago, and I haven't replaced it. I probably should have, because it's quite important, really. So the lighting, I've had to balance you. A little radiator, then my little bed tray, then a Dr. Martens box, and then the camera. I'm telling you, we're high-tech here, do you know what I mean? Anyway, enough of that. What are you chatting about? Hi everyone, I'm back, and I thought today I would do a little video on how I stay so positive, because I'm not famous, I'm sorry, but I do get a few comments on Instagram being like, oh my god, you stay really positive and you're a really positive person, and I think it's really easy to see that and be like, wow, she's so positive, but nobody is positive all the time, let me tell you. And I'm sure my closest friends, Rachel, Emma, Abby, will tell you that I'm not always this positive. We're back in lockdown now. I just thought it would be nice to check in, have a little mental health check-in, a little how are you actually. I know you can't respond real time, but you can obviously always comment in the comments and message me on whatever. I don't do these videos because I want to be the next Zoella.
I'm not gonna lie, the money would be nice.
Because I really enjoy them, and I like to look back and see at what point where I was at that point and how I was doing. And I'm 23 now, and I think for me, this seems like the most vital point of my life so far. Maybe because we've been in lockdown and I've had a big year of like self-discovery and self-growth and all that rubbish. But I just think like I'm at quite a big point of my life where I really look back on who I am and ways I can improve myself, and what things I like about myself, what I dislike about myself, and how we can move forward. And I think that's a nice point to be at. Anyway, shut up Martha, no one cares. It's a video about positivity, and I've got a few assumptions about me that I asked over on my Instagram. Now, like I said, I'm not the next Zoella, so I only had a few, but we can answer those in this as well. Anyway, tips on how to stay positive. Surprisingly, I can do a whole video about this, but I actually find it very hard to stay positive. It might not seem it, because on social media I am like, you know, keep smiling and blah blah blah, but I do find it really hard. So I think I compensate that with being overly positive, because in the past I have found it really hard to be positive. I always set a plan for the day, even if that plan, I write down on the plan, stay in bed and watch films all day, make breakfast, like stupid things. Like, it doesn't have to be change the world plans. And I just want to say before we start that whatever you're feeling at this point is absolutely completely valid. We're in the craziest time. Sometimes in my brain I can't comprehend what's actually happening, like, because it's just such a wild time, and I think all feelings and emotions are completely valid, because realistically, what on earth is happening? A, to the lighting, and B, to the world. And I think this time is quite bleak, without sounding too bleak. The one thing I will say is, I say it to all my friends, to not beat yourself up for feeling any kind of emotion, because if you tell yourself to not feel sad, you're gonna feel sadder. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like when someone says be happy, you're not gonna be happy, are you? In fact, they're just gonna make you more annoyed because they told you to be happy, so you're obviously not gonna be happy. Do you know what I mean? I am very bad for social media and scrolling and pointlessly scrolling. So I make sure I turn my phone off every night by 9 PM. I'm quite lucky that I have, don't want to say her name too loud because she's very attention seeking and she'll start piping up, but I have an Alexa in my room. She's there. Hold on, she's there. And I can set an alarm if I need to on that. So I understand if you use your phone for an alarm, which I did until I got down the struggles with that, and maybe you can find another way to set an alarm. Turn my phone off. The thing is, I used to just turn it on airplane mode. That does nothing, because I can just flick it back on. Whereas like to actually turn my phone back on, it takes about 2 minutes, and I just can't be bothered. So I turn it off now, and that stops me scrolling, and then I just turn it on as soon as I wake up in the morning. Weirdly, I never ever used to like baths. In fact, they used to make me claustrophobic, Darren. I think because when I work away, and anyone who watches this that does the same jobs that I do, we don't often have baths when we're away. So when I'm home, I like have to bank all the baths that I've saved in the year and have them over the month, and sometimes treat myself some Epsom salts if I'm feeling ridiculous. Let me add a bit of spice to that. I've also got about 50 million books that I bought for my birthday. You probably saw, if you watched my birthday haul, plug. I got loads of like positivity books and things to keep the brain going. Emma got me this book. It's called How to Be Positive and Happy, and it's so good. It's got like so many cool little things in it, and you think and stop and think for a minute, but it's like really easy, because sometimes I find the books a bit overwhelming, and surprisingly I'm not a good breathing girl. Obviously I am breathing, thank the Lord, we would be worried if not, but as in like everyone's like, have you tried focusing on your breathing? Oh, I hate it. I hate focusing on my breathing because it makes me more aware of it and then I panic more, so it's just ridiculous. I am yet to find a breathing technique that I can recommend, because I don't enjoy those. I'm doing a very good job here, but I like these books. I also recommend reading. I got this, which is, oh, she is gonna butcher it, the little book of, I think it's pronounced Huga. Basically it's the Danish way to live well, and I saw it on Lorraine and it's had like 1 million copies, so and it's basically the Danes are supposed to be the happiest people in the world, and everyone wants to know their secret, so it's just like a book on everything that the Danes do. Basically it's a book of what that word means with things that they do which make them happy. It's really good though, I would recommend. I've got a book called You Are Incredible Just As You Are, and it's how to embrace your perfectly imperfect self, and again it's just another like book, and it's got like, look, like breathe. It's got like colouring stuff, things that you wanted to say that you didn't, be grateful for what you do have, remind yourself of who you are when things get a little clouded, so you can like write little words of what you think about yourself, and then when you feel a bit sad you can look at them. It's just really nice basically, and I really enjoy those. Try and look on the bright side of things. I also try and look at positive quotes, which sounds so silly, but it does work. Like I wrote down last night, okay, here's one. I can't do breathing techniques, I know I've just told you, but however this is a breathing, I don't think it works, but I've wrote it down. It might work for you, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. So when you inhale, you think, today is full of new opportunities, and then when you exhale, you say, and I am open to it all. Things that I find, and I probably sound really negative saying that, so I'm sorry, but I know everything's really personal for everybody else, so it's not me saying like try all these, because everything is so different for everybody and not everything works, and not, you know, so it's just things that I do that I personally like and stuff. I also have recently been doing, if you like musicals, online there's some musical like workout dance classes. I really miss dancing. I'm never gonna be a dancer. Oh my goodness, don't worry girls, your jobs are safe. I am not a dancer. Like, I mean, I did dance growing up and I love dancing, but I would never say like I'm gonna be a dancer as my job, do you know what I mean? I found online these like Mamma Mia musical inspired dance workouts. They're only like 20 minutes only, she says. I absolutely drip in sweat every single time I do them, and I've only been doing them for 4 days, but I try and get up now. I don't look at socials and I just do one of those, and then I feel like A, I've done a bit of exercise, and B, I've sort of got my body going, and C, I've lost complete track of what I was saying. And if you like musicals and you don't particularly like working out, because oh my god, I am the least active person ever. Like, I'm not a big workout person at all. I like to eat cake, I don't like to burn the cake off. I should, because then the face might get a bit more chiseled. However, that is something I really struggle with, so I have really been enjoying those, and I'm trying to tell myself I'm going to do them 6 days a week, and then on Sunday I have the day off. And there is a Mamma Mia one, and I did that one on the first day, and I absolutely loved my best life, and I pretended I was Donna sweating in my bedroom. It didn't quite have the same effect. It was also raining, so we weren't like we were in Greece, was it kids? The only grease was on my forehead. Got a few assumptions actually about me that kind of link into this video, so I think I'm just going to read them maybe? I didn't get that many, but I'm not so Ella, I told you. I assume that living with your nan is the best life choice you've ever made. I would agree with this, because I might do a video on this maybe. I moved in with my nan when I was 17. And for various reasons, not morbid at all, so don't panic. Basically, I went to a school that was in one town, my mum moved to another, and at the time it was easier. So I moved in with my nan, and absolutely it is the best thing that happened to us both. My nan won't admit it, she probably won't even watch this part of the video because she'll be like, shut up. But nan lives by herself. And is a strong, independent lady. I think that's where all of us get it from. And I was at the time not vibing. I was 4 stone heavier. My hair was black, and I was just not a thriving child. So yeah, living with my nan was the best decision I've ever made. I feel so happy, and we actually are like two peas in a pod. We get each other completely, and we're like ultimate best pals. Don't get me wrong, I still have a brilliant relationship with my mum. Works so brilliantly. It's made my nan more social. Like, she goes out all the time. Obviously not at the moment, let's be real, but like, she is a really sociable person. In fact, got a better social life than me now, so I do need to up my game a bit. And we just have the best time. We understand each other, we give each other space, I don't know, we just have a brilliant time. So much so that I'm gonna get a tattoo in honour of my nan, and she's gonna design it, but she's taking her sweet time. I tell her lots of times. She goes to me, what do you want to do that for? Nan, it's supposed to be, you think any other, you'd be a nice gesture. Not for Nan, she's not vibed. But yeah, the best decision absolutely I ever made, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So I'm so pleased we have a positive person, always looking on the bright side of everything all the time. This is mixed. I am a positive person, but everyone has their days. Like, actually, my friends see the more negative side of me because I can be completely comfortable around them. So I am often more positive to people that don't know me that well, because I want to be like, everything's fine, we're fine, everything's fine. Whereas people that know me, sometimes I'm like, no, it's not fine. So they see more of like, I've definitely got better. I thought you were super confident in yourself. No. This is an assumption I think that lots of people have of me, is that I'm really confident, I'm really positive, I'm really like ready to take on the world, but I really struggle with confidence and myself. It's really weird because everyone's always like, well, you sing on a stage, so how can you be how can you have confidence issues? But am I going to expose myself? I don't know. Hello? That's my nan telling me she just bought a new suitcase. We're not going anywhere, Nan. I love her. Do a whole video on that if we want, but that is often where my negativity lies with myself. So that's something I'm working on, is being more positive and more kind to myself, and crippling self-hatred. Exposed. Enough. Get on, no one cares, move on. Do I have any more? Good singer and awesome personality. Oh, that's lovely and very nice. Thank you very much. I love singing, and that is the career I want to pursue. And I think it's the first time I've said that out loud. Or acting. I would love to go into acting and get more into that. So I need to. Yeah. I just wanted to pop a quick disclaimer to say I am aware that there are also probably 400,000 other people that wants to try and get into the same industry as well, so I am aware of how hard it is, and that there are much better people out there than me, but also that I'm just going to try, because I don't want to get to 70 and think, oh, wish I had tried to do that. So yes, I don't feel like I need to say this, but I don't want people to assume that I am like not naive to how challenging the industry is. Especially at the moment. We've chosen wisely, kids, we've chosen wisely. Anyway, enough from me. Oh, that's my new shelf. Shut up, Martha. I don't actually think there was anything that useful in there. I did just chat rubbish for 20 minutes. I have a little mental health page on Instagram now that I kind of keep for everything mental health and for being positive. And as well, another thing, that page keeps me going, because on days where I feel rubbish, I'm like, well, I'm not going to post about feeling rubbish, because, like, or I do, but I touch on it, but then I like bring it back up with, but today has been really good because XYZ, lockdown 2.0, and with everything going on in the world, things I do that work for me, and they don't have to work for you at all. And like I said, I'm not a famous YouTuber. I'm not gonna like make this to change the world. I'm just talking at the camera, because that's good. Talk to people as well. Please talk to people. I think I could win a medal for talking. I used to lose my voice all the time. For like 2 years on and off, I would lose my voice all the time. Convenient it was down to my tonsils. There's got to be an element that was related to the fact that I talk so much. So please talk, please. It's always the best thing. Just say how you feel, and if your friends want to know how you are, and if they're checking in with you, they want to check in with you. This video, it was a bit random, a bit rubbish, a bit all over the place, much like me and the world, and probably lots of us. Yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed doing this. It was just a casual sit down, life update kind of chat, things I am doing. I also really enjoy singing in the kitchen. The neighbours, I don't know if they enjoy that, to be honest. But I do get a bit embarrassed because I always think, my God, what if they do actually hear me? I'm trying to sing World Burn from Mean Girls, and emphasis on the trying there, kids. Heard that song, I would listen to World Burn from Mean Girls, just skip to the end, and then you'll see what I mean. I am reaching a bit. We are reaching a bit. Speaking about losing a voice, that will happen if I continue. Please don't take any of my advice as gospel. Is it gospel? I'm trying to say don't take it as Bible, but there's a word beginning with G. You are tragic. You're tragic. Get out. She is tragic. Gospel. It is gospel. Gospel. It doesn't sound like it's right. Thanks for watching. It was a bit random, it was a bit all over the place. I really, really, really appreciate any of you that watch these videos. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and be bloody kind. That costs nothing, kids. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye!